Yes, sir, Your Honor. Your Honor, I'm trying to find out where are we with Sean Sullivan?
Sorry.
Yes, okay, Judge. Sean Sullivan, Judge, is my
You
understanding.
got it. Okay.
Yes, I have the case. I wanted to know, were you concerned with DVD? Did you want to get any DVD involvement?
Michelle? Yeah, this is the one that we were talking about.
We'll let it stand. They just want to see it. Gens, so they don't have anything else to add.
Okay.
So I had a concern because is it mutual combat? Because
It looks like from my understanding, Judge, it looks like the complaining witness is the person who actually initiated the contact. She was alleged to have been lying on the couch or not dressed appropriate in the presence of two other male men that resided in the residence with them. And he tried to wake her up to let her know that she was dressed inappropriately. And out of slumber and sleep, she woke up angry and started hitting him, and that's when the altercation.
she pops him 3 times in the mouth initially,
Yes, Your Honor.
and then they fight.
And
There's no assault from him at that time, right? I guess they separate, they part ways. An argument ensues later. Does she go at him, and that's when he hits her?
That's not what we
So
have.
tell me that one part. What happens in?
Yes, Your Honor. So it seems as though the when she crawled into bed and was laying on the corner of the bed when after about 10 minutes go by, then the defendant comes back and begins to argue with her, crawls onto the bed, grabs her, flips her so her back is on the mattress, and uses body weight to lay on top of her while placing both of his hands on her upper arms to hold her down.
So there's no.
And there is a subsequent punch where the defendant uses his right hand and punches the complaining witness in her mouth, causing pain visible.
it's my understanding, Your Honor, that this incident occurred on a date certain, at which time the complaining witness told the police officer that she did not want to press charges and he did not want to press charges.
But
And they came back the next day.
why is it that they didn't file assault charges on her on the first? I mean, are we going here just because she's a woman? She gets a slide for getting to hit him? You know?
Was there? I don't know why this is.
I know there was no arrest on the initial date. The incident is supposed to have occurred. The arrest occurred the following day. The first date, the officers did not arrest either party, but some type of disturbance occurred the next day. Officers were called, they came in and they looked at the report and they arrested the defendant.
My guess is, when I admitted knowledge of intake, they probably put it on the intake. They said, no, it's just my guess. Refer out, do follow up, and then they went back out there next day, saw the referral on file, and they decided we had to.
So he goes up to her and he sits on her. Is that what you're saying? What happens? He turns her over.
More so, she's on her, from what I understand from the desk, she's on her stomach. He turns her over to where she's on her back, and then he gets on top of her and holds her.
He's straddling her like this.
Yes, Your Honor. And then subsequently after that, they were still arguing and he punched the complaining witness in the mouth.
I don't see where that's, if she was the initiator of the confrontation between the two parties, it's my understanding it's my understanding from the complaint, from the defendant's perspective, it was not a hit with a fist, it was a push that caused various injuries to her mouth, but he did not take his fist and punch
Oh,
her.
but that's, of course, what he's saying to you, right?
Right.
And then you're saying that there was a hit to the mouth.
And she didn't press charges. She requested that no charges be filed. I mean, somebody got punched in the mouth. If that were the case, you would think that someone in their right mind would say, yeah, arrest that person. However, if that person realizes that he or she is possibly responsible for the incident, then that would probably lead them to say, okay, I started this mess, it shouldn't have started. I don't want to press charges.
10 minutes pass, right?
Allegedly.
And I don't know why they didn't. Come up, Mr. Sullivan.
Sure.
Let's do this. Let's set it for a formal probable cause hearing. Okay. I'd like to do some additional research as well before I find probable cause in this case. So what I'll do is I'll put this case on for Wednesday for a formal probable cause hearing. In the interim, Mr. Sullivan, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with this person whatsoever. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't care what's going on in your life.
I got you.
For the moment, I'm gonna, I don't want you to have any contact. I don't want you to go where this person lives, where this person works. If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail.
Yes, sir.
We'll come back in 2 days. I would like to do some further research on, because, I really like to look at every case, do a deep dive to ensure that there's probable cause before we
Appreciate
go
that.
forward. So, I don't blindly find PC for anyone.
Yeah.
I'd like to do things in the fair way, but at the same time, I want to ensure that my county and every person in it is protected. So don't have any contact with this person. We're going to create bond conditions to this effect. Yeah, they're probably going to reach out to her between now and Wednesday. And if they find that you're trying to communicate with her, it's not going to go well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You mind filing no contact in the weapons, please?
Yeah, sure. No context, I'm sorry.
Your weapons.
No, thank you.
And one of the things that they teach us is, never make rash decisions because it may be the wrong decision. And that's why I'd rather take a little bit of time before we do something to ensure that what we're doing is the right thing to do. So we'll put it on for Wednesday, come back Wednesday, and then we'll have a decision for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate it.
I've given you a lawyer, so just stay in touch with Mr. D, and then we'll come back, and then we'll finalize it for you.
Thank you so
okay?
much.
Don't leave until you sign our bond conditions, okay?
Thank you. Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
It is a little weird today, but we'll get through it. Judge, I am here on our friend. I feel like almost like he's family. Daniel Fraser.
Okay.
He was charged with another escape.
Oh, we got him back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was surprised to see him pull up on my docket as well, but not really.
Will you stay on it?
Yeah, I'm on, Judge. We have a decent relationship, even though we believe we know how this is going to go. At least from you, because right now the bond is set at $50,006, and $50,000 in a felony court. He wants me to ask you for a time served. I believe I already know what the answer is going to be. And in the event that you deny my request for a time served, he said he's willing to go back into treatment and he's willing to complete treatment this time. Now, I don't know how that's going to affect him upstairs because
Ours, until the upstairs is taken care of, because they won't take him with a already felon.
Understood.
Kind of
understood.
standstill until.
And the big problem is I'm not representing him upstairs. His court date is like May the whenever. It's like really far down the line. Yeah, so.
Get you going. Do you mind bringing up Mr. Frazier, please? Thanks. Vic, you want to give me another one or rating?
Page 27 and 28 on say half.
5,001 on both. Is this the first or second? Yeah, 5,001 on both. I'm not gonna do BO.
That's it for bonds of trial with the lawyer in custody where attorneys have shown up there. I'm calling and emailing.
Yeah, my only concern is Avilar, because it looks like they gave him another PR bond and I'm not down with that.
Yes, counsel's supposed to zoom up. I did.
Oh, he's here. Great. Okay. How are you? You're back.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you. How are things? Good. What's good to see you? Say it again.
So they were good.
You can run, but the long arm gonna get you every single time. You can only go so far. Sorry, no time, sir. You know how it goes. I told you, every time we come back, we're gonna do it until it takes. And
So my only option, in all honesty, my only option for the misdemeanor is treatment. There's no other option. No matter what. No matter if I got treatment on my own.
really. Really?
I mean, I've done it already. I've done it once. I've got behavioral treatment and I've also got mental health. Behavioral and also substance abuse treatment. I've done both already.
I want to use ours. The problem is that I cannot do anything until the case upstairs is taken care of. So we're kind of in a holding pattern until upstairs. Hopefully they will see that that's what we want to do here and they'll, but I don't know. I can't, you're not representing upstairs, right?
No, sir.
So, we gotta wait to see what happens upstairs. And then we'll just, we're just gonna keep doing it until it takes. Hopefully one day it does.
I really don't. I don't have a substance abuse problem. I really don't. And honest to God, I don't. I've stopped. lost time. And honest to God, I've stopped and I'm not trying to go that path. I just, honest to God, I don't have a substance abuse problem issue. I've stopped.
So, I guess let's set it for 30, Mr. Bruckner. We'll wait. Because if they take care of it beforehand, you know, we'll see. And then if it's still set for the May 17th, we'll set it for the day after at that point. And then we'll see. Hopefully, you know, reach out to the lawyer
I have that
upstairs,
problem
let
too.
them know this is what we want to do here. Hopefully they'll see that that's what we're trying to do. And then, you know,
So basically, I'm waiting for the appellant to see what happens.
hopefully they will see what we're trying to achieve and be on the same page as us. You know, this is the second time you're facing this charge upstairs. They may offer you 4 years, 5 years upstairs. You know, it's no joke. You know, I'm trying to help you, Mr. Frazier, believe it or not. You know, really. You're facing a lot of time and it's not the first time. So if you try to, you know, we played this game the first time. I don't know if they're going to.
Yes, sir.
It's a different court, Judge, so I'm hoping that we can have a similar outcome. And if they do it beforehand, I'll come off
I
document.
want to do it. And hopefully if they see that you're really willing to. So, all right.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say hello. That's it.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you.
We'll see you in 30.
They-